I think I missed a slide. Actually, let's go back here. So we had the 4-hour engulfing. There was one that was horizontals. Anyway, horizontal resistance. It was after pivots. This one here. So post rejection, very similar to what we were talking about with the trend line. Remember with the trend lines, how we said you got a break and retest of the 1 hour 50 on the way to the trend line. Let's see where he was. Yep, this one here. See how that's satisfactory. That's okay. Right? Break and retest hasn't reached the trend line yet. Now the one over here, that's unacceptable. We don't want that. He's already rejected that. Same rule applies to our horizontal support and resistance. Like a trend line, they respond similarly. This one here, not such a good setup. Now, where was my setup? That was a great one. This one here was a great one. Now, this one wasn't actually a resistance level. This is something I put in for myself. But we could see trend line was up here. We're trading up to the daily trend line. Yeah, okay. Let's ignore that resistance level there. I just put that there for recent highs, and I want to make sure that I was getting 1-to-1. The real resistance line is over here. Right? Which, what do we actually get? I probably should have drawn that in there for you guys. But these highs somewhere around here, that runs all the way over to this level here. We got a break and retest of that horizontal resistance level. What was once resistance became support, and I entered pretty much off of that level. Fantastic. That's what we want. Now going back, was it this one here? This one here, like that trend line we were talking about, run, pull back. Again, we wouldn't have entered on this one here either because we haven't got a trend change. Well, we did have a double bottom here, but no trend change. The CBO here, why I would have stayed away from that, regardless whether or not it hit profit target, I can't even remember. Or maybe this one's, I think he's still developing. I wouldn't have taken this one because he's reached already resistance. Now, it's up to you to quantify if there's a solid resistance. Maybe we'd need to go further back. But it's a bit of a resistance zone. We've got rejection here, bit of a false break, but then rejection here. And then there's already been a rejection, so we wouldn't want to be taking this here. Right? Like that trend line, entering post-rejection, there's no guarantee that it's going to reach that level again. If anything, we could draw a support level down here, and this might just be ranging. Right? Top of the level, bottom of the level. Top of the range, maybe hitting back down to the bottom of the range. That's the risk that we run. Whereas, had we entered, now ignoring the confirmed trend change, or the lack of, if this had ran up to, let's say, only the bottom of this candle here, if it run up to, let's say, here, then pulled back, great entry, right? Because that's running up. Now we're on our way to that trend line. We can trade when price is on its way to the trend line, but not post-rejecting that trend line. And again, why? We can use a little bit of mental analysis here. And it's because all the bulls, all the buyers that enter the market here, buy, driving price up here, driving price up. Maybe some profit taking here, maybe some selling off, right? Maybe some bears entered the market here. And then lots of buy, bulls entering the market, entering. Some of them probably have been from here. They're probably trading to the top of the range-bound traders, right? Going from who saw the support level here, were buying in here with a profit target up here. Buy, right? All the way up here, taking profit. They're cool. They've exited the market now. Again, we want to be trading on side with other traders, with other successful traders, not novice traders and punters, right? So this here, with that profit target being hit, the the bulls entering or leaving the market, that's your teammates. When you're going long, other bulls, you want other buyers to enter the market, right? Usually, hopefully, after you enter, and then they enter, and you'll carry your position in favor. But now that it's pulled back here, again, anybody who entered at the bottom of this range, and they're range-bound traders, they've taken profit, they're kicking back, they're happy, they're not even interested in the setup anymore, right? So there's no guarantee that we're going to get this level of gusto again. Now, contrary to that, if this had pulled up or run up to this level and then pulled back, all the buyers that we accumulated around this level here, they'd still be in the position. They'd be still chilling, waiting for price to reach this level here. So they're still on side. They're still buying, right? But up here, we've got a double negative here. what's the double negative? The buyers have hit profit target, and when a bull closes their position, they become a bear, they sell, right? So we got the buyers exiting their positions, and we also have sellers entering. So the guys who are at the top of this range, so like the range-bound traders, maybe the bears enter. So bulls exiting and bears entering, driving price down here, right? So we've accumulated a decent chunk of sellers here who might be targeting down this level, and that means that we need to have we need to have more, even more buyers to be able to push against that selling pressure. Following, right? It's quite advanced stuff that we're talking about here. So sell, 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 sell. Sure, some of them are going to exit here, but many of them are going to be targeting down here, especially if they're swing traders and they're in it for the long haul. You know, that means that if for every 7-figure position that is entered here, then we need to have another 7-figure bull here. So there's that constant war being waged between buyers and sellers, and we want, if this here, by reaching a trend line or a resistance line, we probably accumulated too many sellers to be taking a long position so soon, and we don't have enough buyers on our side from all these moves over here. Whereas likewise over here, this break and retest the 1 hour 50, even if it ran up a bit further and then pulled back, the bulls that we acquired here, the buyers here and buyers here, had we not, they probably all targeted that level, or many of them targeted this level, but again, had it just broken and retested the 4 hour here, they'd probably still be on side, which makes it a lot more difficult for the sellers to not let our position reach here. Making sense? Making sense? It's some quite high level stuff that we're talking about here. Tony says, same principle if prices already hit R1 or S1 pivot lines before pulling back, isn't it? Yeah, as these are SR levels. Correct, exactly. So for one of the critical criteria in the pip snatcher, which is the introductory or the basic, the simplified strategies here, simplified day trading strategies, is if you're taking a pip snatcher and it's already reached R1 and it pulls back to your pivot line and you're taking a long position, you know, the move's already happened. Trading up to a level that has already been reached is often not the best move, right? As long as it's a level, right? Now, if we're only up to here, as we said, it's easy. You can trade beyond those highs, no problem there. Milkman move. There you go. Yes, it's a bit silly, but yeah, what we call this concept is the milkman has already made his delivery, right? He's doing his rounds. Down here, he's got you know, suburb A or neighbor A. He's got to make his delivery to Bill down here and Ben at the top, right? So he's delivered to Bill. What he's going to do? Deliver to Ben. Maybe he had to make a little detour on the way back, right? And then he goes and delivers to Ben. And he delivers to Bill, and he delivers to Ben. Where's his next delivery? Back to Bill, probably, right? So that's it. I'm glad that stuck. I know. At risk of looking and sounding silly, I make up these silly little things to you know, so they stick. Yeah, so that's that one. We did have one more concept that I wanted to cover.